Is it because of work? The company changed today, didn't it?
No, really, I'm fine. I might have just tired myself out in an unfamiliar environment. I'll go rest for a bit. Forcing a smile, I returned to my room. I couldn't tell my mother that I had been ridiculed for being a middle school dropout. And so I started working at the parent company with a heavy heart. Fortunately, I didn't have to see Mackenzie every day. Being a section chief, she was quite busy herself. And when she did come by, I made sure to avoid eye contact as much as possible. One day, something happened. A joint project with a subsidiary was launched. Our parent company runs a large supermarket chain, while the subsidiary manufactures cosmetics for women. The project was to hold an event to sell those cosmetics. We would plan it at the parent company and collaborate with employees from the subsidiary to execute it. We need to decide carefully to ensure strong support. And since it reflects on the parent company's reputation, failure was not an option. It was Mackenzie's job as the section chief to oversee the project. She had a good relationship with the higher-ups, so her reputation was excellent. So she was entrusted with the entire plan this time. Maintaining a proper distance, I proceeded with the discussions.
We've secured the venue and finalized the plan. Let's all work hard,
Mackenzie said with an outward smile. The other employees were also quite enthusiastic. And the preparations were going smoothly, with Mackenzie's final check also completed without any issues. In the blink of an eye, it was the day before the event. I headed to the event venue to confirm the flow of the day.
Thank you for your assistance. We'll be counting on you tomorrow,
Mackenzie said as she approached the front desk. However, the staff looked puzzled. I wonder if something happened. After a while of talking at the front desk and looking dejected, Mackenzie returned.
It seems like the reservation for the event venue wasn't made. We're currently trying to negotiate, but it doesn't look promising. If we can't secure this location, the entire project will be cancelled.
Everyone present was stunned by Mackenzie's words. Why is she so indifferent? After all, it was Mackenzie herself who made the reservation for the facility. In the end, we couldn't secure the event venue, and the plan ended in failure. This angered the subsidiary as well. There are probably employees who adjusted the production line and even worked overtime in preparation for this day. The anger was directed towards us. And understandably so, since the plan was ruined by one mistake. Later, Mackenzie was summoned to the president's office. Presumably, she will discuss the failure of this project. I continued with my work as usual.
Caitlin, tomorrow I'm going to talk to the president about this matter. Could you come with me?
I felt suspicious when Mackenzie asked me this. Huh? Wasn't it just you, Mackenzie, who was called?
Yes, but you've been contributing to the project, haven't you? So I want you to talk about it.
She said it more gently than usual, which made me slightly uneasy. Although the mistake was made by Mackenzie, it's still a shared responsibility. Double-checking could have prevented this. Got it, I'll come along too.
That's a relief. When you come to the office tomorrow, let's meet in the CEO's office right away.
So I ended up going to the CEO's office as well. I had something I wanted to report to the CEO anyway. And the next day, as soon as I arrived at the office, I headed to the CEO's office and found Mackenzie sitting in the CEO's seat. Good morning. The CEO isn't here yet, huh?
Why are you here?
I was surprised by the nonsensical question. You told me to come, didn't you, yesterday? You asked me to come along because you wanted to talk about the project.
I didn't say anything like that. You just wanted to come to the CEO's office, didn't you? With your position, you're not even allowed to enter,
Mackenzie said loudly enough for everyone to hear.
The truth is, the CEO mentioned wanting to talk to me about something separate from this incident. It's probably about a promotion, no doubt. So I thought I'd get used to it now while I have the chance, since why I'm sitting here. Is there something wrong? There's no seat for a middle school dropout, so leave quickly.
Mackenzie said, looking down on others with a sense of superiority. It seemed she didn't know anything. I took a deep breath and spoke clearly. Can you please move quickly? That's my seat, you know.
Huh?
Mackenzie's expression froze for a moment. Then she laughed as if mocking.
What nonsense are you talking about? Someone like you, Caitlin, with your educational background, sitting in the CEO's seat? That's something even in dreams wouldn't happen. Come up with a better lie.
At that moment, someone approached us.
I heard a loud noise. What's going on? What are you all doing?
When I turned around, I saw the CEO standing there with a stern expression. Mackenzie hurriedly got up from the CEO's seat.
Good morning, CEO.
The CEO looked at Mackenzie with a puzzled expression, and then began to speak quietly.
Well, it's all right. I'm a bit late myself. So if you don't mind, could you explain what happened at the event? Because not being able to reserve the venue has caused quite a financial loss.
The CEO's tone seemed stronger than usual, and rightly so, considering it was quite a major failure. As the project leader, Mackenzie began to say something outrageous.
Actually, I had entrusted Caitlin with only the venue reservation. You see, I handled everything else, didn't I? Caitlin kindly offered to help when she saw I was overwhelmed. She's really kind, isn't she?
One after another, nonsense poured out of Mackenzie's mouth.
Since she always works hard, I thought it would be fine to ask her. But then I made such a mistake. Caitlin handled the paperwork. It's because I didn't oversee everything properly. I'm sorry.
Caitlin, is what Mackenzie's saying true?
The CEO turned to me and asked. At that moment, I saw Mackenzie smirk. Perhaps the reason she called me to the CEO's office was for this. I fell silent, unsure of how to respond.
If there's any punishment, I'll take it too. I believe I'm also responsible for my subordinates' mistakes, so please, tell me anything.
Mackenzie was now trying to elevate herself even at this point. I was shaken, my mind blank.
So, Caitlin, you have something to report to me, right?
I was startled by the CEO's words. That's right, that was the purpose of my visit here in the first place. We were able to secure the venue for next weekend. It's considerably larger than the original plan, and we can expect more attendees. It's also reasonably close, so transporting the products shouldn't be too much trouble.
Oh, I see, thank you. Then I'll inform everyone that the event will proceed as scheduled next weekend.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Caitlin covered for this mistake. She somehow managed to persuade and secure a reservation at another venue. So although it's delayed by a week, the event will proceed as planned.
Mackenzie's mouth was left agape.
How could Caitlin manage something like that? It's absurd. A middle school dropout like her shouldn't have such authority as a full-time employee.
What are you saying? Caitlin is the next CEO.
Are you serious?
I showed Mackenzie my business card right in front of her. It had the title of CEO written on it. In fact, the president of the parent company was Monica. Monica has been a close friend of my mother's since long ago, and she used to take care of me when I was little. I remember her coming over to our house and playing with me when my mother wasn't at home due to work. Monica was always dedicated to her work and remained unmarried. Our situations were somewhat similar. When she heard that I had found a job instead of going to middle school, she asked me if I could come to her company.
That's not fair. Isn't this nepotism? It's too unfair.
Upon hearing the situation, Mackenzie erupted into hysterical shouts. The CEO calmly countered, saying,
I didn't want Caitlin to be accused of that, so I asked her to prove herself at the subsidiary first. She was praised by the higher-ups as a diligent and wonderful person. They respected her hard work and dedication. Based on that, I invited her back to the parent company. Even without family ties, Caitlin is more capable than you, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's face turned paler by the moment.
It seems like you were trying to blame Caitlin, but it's clear that you, Mackenzie, were the one who made the reservation for the facility. Lying isn't good, I think.
That's not it, CEO. While that may be true, everyone makes mistakes, don't they? It just happened to be me this time, but Caitlin could make mistakes too.
I'm talking about the current situation. In fact, Caitlin saved you from the mistake you caused. Do you understand that?
So when you said you wanted to talk about something separate from this issue, CEO?
I just wanted to say that Caitlin followed up. I never thought you would lie.
Mackenzie fell silent, completely defeated. Do you have anything to say about trying to pin the blame on me for ruining the event venue reservation due to your mistake? I said to Mackenzie, who was hanging her head. She remained silent, eyes cast downwards without uttering a word. I sighed heavily. Where did all the momentum from earlier go? This isn't going to solve anything as it stands. I'll report your response later. Please leave here as soon as possible.
This CEO! Please spare me from being fired. My educational background is very important to me. It's been my pride all along. If word gets out that I've been forced to quit the company, it'll ruin my life. That's just not acceptable.
I'm no longer the CEO. Caitlin is.
Mackenzie, please leave now. With a sense of resignation, Mackenzie left the CEO's office with heavy steps. To cut to the chase, Mackenzie was fired. Apparently, she had been judging people based on their educational background even before I came to the parent company. Mackenzie's husband, Kent, came to the company later to apologize.
I'm truly sorry for this incident. I'm discussing divorce proceedings with Mackenzie. Due to her personality of only judging people based on their educational background, she's always caused trouble, and I had to apologize. I couldn't bear it anymore, so I decided to break up with her. I'm sorry for bringing this up.
Kent lowered his head even deeper. It hurts a little to think about the struggles he must have gone through. After losing both her job and her family, Mackenzie apparently returned to her parents' house. It seems she was told to reflect while living in an environment with nothing and was left to fend for herself in the wilderness. I hope she gets the support she needs. On the other hand, the event we redid was a great success. Many customers came, and we were able to make a significant profit. It might sound strange, but the trouble might have been a blessing in disguise. I think it gave me quite a bit of confidence. Come to think of it, I haven't had a chance to talk to my mother properly since I transferred to the parent company. Now that the project is over and things have settled down, I plan to take some time off and go on a trip.